What's up, vapors? Thanks for checking out Daily Vape TV. My name is Nick, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Shogun Kit. Alright guys, so the random question of the day is a little bit complicated, but bear with me here. If you die and find out that everyone gets to choose a 12-foot by 12-foot square to stay in alone for eternity without being able to influence or contact the living world, what 12-foot by 12-foot square would you choose? Now this is to say that you get to actually interact with the things that are in this room without actually influencing the people inside of it that are living, but I would choose my bedroom. I really think that I could live in my own room right now and be pretty happy. I've got a computer with the internet, I've got the Xbox, and I've got everything else that I need to be fairly comfortable with. So I would say my room. What about you guys out there? If you could pick a 12-foot by 12-foot space to live in for eternity, what would it be and why? Let me know right down there in the comments section below. All right guys, so today we've got this Shogun Kit from iJoy to take a look at, and I gotta say this thing is not only a thing of beauty, but I've really been enjoying it over the past couple of weeks, with a big huge shout out and thank you going to iJoy for allowing me to take a look at one of these devices for the purpose of making this video. Here's a new concept for you: dual resin panels. You've got a panel on this side that's resin and one on the opposite side. Wouldn't you know it? It seems like such an obvious thing, but I have yet to see many companies follow suit with it until iJoy comes along and gives us the Shogun Kit. All right guys, so taking a quick look online, this device comes in 6 different color options for you to choose from. You have Blue Aurora, Galactic Hurricane, Ghost Fire, Green Spectre, Hellfire, and Splendor. This one is called Galactic Hurricane. It's kind of a dark blue, purple, and orangey yellow sort of color. I really do dig it, and this one's only going to run you about 58 bucks for the kit. Now, I think that is a fantastic deal if you ask me, and if you guys want to pick one up for yourself, I'll have a link on my website. Link to that will be right down there in the description below. But without further ado, let's dive down to the close-up view and take a better look at this thing. Alright guys, so as you can see, we've got the Shogun Kit in its original box, so let's quickly take a look around the packaging, then we'll talk about what's inside. So as you can see, fairly plain box with this one here, white with a picture of the device. One thing that really confused me about this package was this little guy right here. It says 6,000 milliamp hours, and to me that says it's an internal battery mod. Well, it's not. It takes two 18650s, and for some reason they decided to print that right there on the front of the box. But in any case, it says Shogun right down here. Big old nicotine warning there. We've got the little Shogun guy right there, and on this side we've got the scratch and check, color indication, and some of the other color options there with some symbols and warnings. On the back we've got the standard stuff, what's in the box, some company information, and the UPC right there at the bottom. Let's go ahead and slide off that cover. Just a plain old black box, nothing too special there. We have, well, let's start with this, the Katana Tank. There you go. We've got the Shogun mod. There you go. And an extra piece of glass. Well, oh, okay. Well, it's over there now. So it does come with an extra piece of glass. And then you've got the box of stuff, the paperwork and all that. We've got a couple of gaskets and rubber seals and stuff like that. We've got a obligatory USB cable. It's a nice fabric-y sort of one. Kind of quality feeling there. We've got an extra coil for our Katana Tank. What else do we have? This is a little iJoy card. Really not sure. Just their kind of advertisement card, I guess. Shogun Kit booklet. And okay, it's booklet style, but it's about as thick as the Bible. And the printing is fairly small. No color graphics, so I'm going to knock a couple of points off for that. And let's see, one other thing in here, a little fold-out thing for the warranty card. Yeah, probably no one will ever read that, so whatever. And that is it. Alright guys, let's talk about the specs. First of all, it takes 2 high-amp 18650 batteries. Output wattage is 1 to 180 watts. Temp control supports nickel, titanium, stainless steel, and TCR modes. Temp control range is 149 to 316 C or 300 to 600 Fahrenheit. Resistance range is 0.05 to 3 ohms. It has instant firing speed. It has pod mode, normal, hard, soft, and user-defined modes. Zinc, alloy, and resin construction. Double-sided resin panels. Fingerprint resistant resistant finish, and it has a 0.96-inch OLED display. It has a front micro USB port for charging, short circuit protection, low power alert, and reverse battery protection. As for the Katana sub-ohm tank, it's 28 millimeters in diameter. It has a capacity of 5.5 mil with the bubble glass or 4 mil with the replacement glass, retractable top fill design, bubble glass tube, dual triangular airflow slots, bottom adjustable airflow control valve, compatible with Captain X3 and Diamond DM atomizer heads, and it's 510 threaded. Alright guys, let's get our Shogun mod all fired up. So we've got the battery door panel right here, and yeah, it says that on the inside lid. I'm not really sure why. I have no idea what that means, but in any case, as you can see, it's got the labels on the inside of the battery tray here, so we can install our batteries the right way around, and it is also spring-loaded at the top section here, so it's fairly easy. Just pop that back on, and you are good to go. So here is the screen, and as you can see, it's fairly clear and easy to read. You have your power up button here, your power down button here, your USB charging at the bottom there, and of course your fire button at the top. So to get into the menu, it's 3 clicks, 1, 2, 3, and there you go. You can see the cursor there, and you can just go around like that to change your various settings, etc. We're just going to go back to power mode for right now. So I really like the resin panels on this thing. I think they look really super classy and nice, and they did a really good job with this one here. However, on the front face, you could probably see a lot of the scratches and wear and tear that this thing has endured. The paint job is not the greatest. There you can see the biggest mark, and yeah, really a pain in the ass because this thing looked really, really nice up until that started showing up. So there's really no need to dwell on this Katana tank because it's the exact same thing that comes with the Katana kit. However, they have fixed the top fill issue. As you can see right here, it has a little triangle on there. That's where you push and it opens the slot. That's where you fill it, and it's just as easy as that. This drip tip is a little bit wider than 810. I feel like it would fit most of the TFE8 tips no problem, but my 810 tips do not fit in this little section here. But as you can see, nice wide bore through the middle there, so you get a lot of airflow going on with this tank here. Speaking of airflow, we have our airflow control down here at the bottom, and it is triangular, so it's kind of a different funky sort of design there. Not sure what they were going for with the triangular airflow, but there you go. You can see how you cut it off just like that. So that's something different that you don't see every day. And the coils last a good while. I've gone through at least a 60 mil on this one particular coil, and I'm already on to another one. So really good longevity, and flavor is pretty top notch, gotta say. I'm really happy with this tank so far. So that's about all I've got for you guys in this little close-up section. Let's go back to the main screen, have a quick vape on this thing, and we'll talk about it some more. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed the close-up section of the video. Now let's talk about my personal thoughts about this device, some pros, some cons, and whether or not it's worth purchasing. Starting off with the pros, my first pro is that it has dual resin panels. Now that's one thing I really can't stand about the Drag Mini and the Drag 2 by Voopoo, is that it only has resin on one side. iJoy went ahead and one-upped them by adding a resin panel on both sides of their mod. My second pro for this one is that the Katana tank is actually pretty darn good. They have fixed the issue with the top fill system, whereas now it's a little bit more stiff and rigid, so it's not going to pop open in your pocket or anything like that. The flavor is pretty decent on this thing, and it takes a lot for me to say that because I'm pretty much a rebuildable guy through and through. My third pro today is that it's simple to operate, just like a lot of the other mods that iJoy comes out with. They're pretty simple. It's really just 3 buttons on here, pretty much your standard configuration. Fire button, power up and down. It couldn't be any easier than that. And my fourth and final pro for this one is that it feels like a nice high quality mod. Doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel like it's going to break on me. The buttons don't rattle around or anything like that. And it just feels like a nice well-built piece of machinery. Alright guys, so moving on to the cons. My first con is that the paint scratches off easily. Now this is especially frustrating because otherwise it looks really nice and gorgeous, but then you see the paint on it and it's all scratched up and looks like crap, and unfortunately that really takes away from the value in my opinion. My second con for this one is that the tank is very loud. Now it's really loud when you have it completely wide open, and when you close it off a little bit it starts to whistle. So no matter what, you're having some sort of annoying noise going on in your ears when you're vaping on this thing. My third con for this one is that the door rattles. Now, I wouldn't be as bothered about this situation if they hadn't used it in their advertisement. I've seen advertisements saying no door rattle. Well, I hate to say this, iJoy, but the door definitely does rattle. And my fourth and final con for this one is that it's really nothing super special, and they're basically just riding the coattails of the Drag 2 by Voopoo. Now, I feel like most of the year, iJoy was a little bit ahead of the curve until this one here. They kind of just took a step back and saw what was out there and basically just said, we could do something like that, and just went ahead with it anyways. So at the end of the day, is this device worth purchasing? Would I go out of my way to pick one of these up if I didn't get this one in for review? I'm going to say yes to this one. I feel like it's a really good value for your money. It's only 58 bucks online, and you really can't beat that for a full kit. It's a nice looking mod, and I can just beat the crap out of it until it dies and not really feel super bad if it does. But with that, if you guys want to get one of these for yourself, I'll have a link on my website. Link to that will be right down there in the description below. But that about does it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this. Leave your comments down in the box below, and make sure you check out the advocacy and my social media links right down there in the description. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and as always, vape on.